So how good is Harry Potter Pinball Machine? Well, before I give you my opinion on it, I'm gonna let you hear from some others. But first, I got to give a big thank you to Jason Grindle with Classic Game Rooms. Guys, if you're looking for any new machine, doesn't matter what it is, give Jason a call. He is the best in the business when it comes to it. He's been my distributor for a number of years, and I really appreciate him inviting us out to be able to take a look at this CE and really get some games on it and enjoy it. But enough of me talking. Let's get it. All right, we have stepped outside because it is noisy in there, but it is the first time we both have played Harry Potter, so you got to have your thoughts on it.
My initial thoughts, I was a little disappointed at some of the releases, at the artwork. I walked in the door, I saw that artwork, and I was blown away.
I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it?
I was dumb enough to where I even emailed Jersey Jack and I said, can I get the CE with the wizard artwork?
Yep.
Jersey Jack, I apologize. I was wrong. That artwork is beautiful. It absolutely tells a story. It was great. Now we get into the gameplay. The gameplay was really fast. No offense to Jersey Jack previously, this one felt so much better than any Jersey Jack I've played, including Elton John. I'm not going to go out and say it shoots better than Elton John because I haven't played it enough to be able to make that decision. But I'll tell you, it felt way better the first time I played it than the first time I played Elton John.
Yep.
Now, take that as you will, but I absolutely loved it. It played very well. It shot very well. It felt great. I cannot wait to get mine.
I agree. It's a freaking awesome machine. And I got to say, people are talking about, how it has a lack of mechanisms. I'm going to be honest. To me, I don't know about you, but the staircase is, that takes place of multiple mechanisms, in my opinion. It is crazy what comes out of that. So
you've got the staircase, you've got the Death Eater that shoots the ball back at you, and there were times I tried to get it on my flipper and couldn't. It's so fast. So you just got to let it go and catch it once it slows down a little bit. And then the upper left, that Quidditch area up there, If we need more mechs, I don't want them because I think it would take away from the gameplay on that. It played so well. So
super smooth game, and that's something that I feel like we have. Sometimes you can get too much in a game, and it ruins it. The flow.
The other thing I've heard a lot of people talking about is the clips and no sound on the clips. Oh. We heard sound on so many clips. Rarely did I notice not hearing sound on a clip. So I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, I think the audio is going to be hard to understand on the camera, and the same way with the artwork on the CE. Yeah. You can't grasp, until you get here in person and see one in person, because of the shimmer of the gold that's on the artwork, it's unbelievable. So
it was beautiful. We also pulled the topper down. Did you already talk about that?
I haven't talked anything about the topper.
I will let you talk about that. I won't steal that thunder, but that's going to be neat.
It's going to be an awesome deal. And for anybody that's getting a CE, it's you're in for a super big treat. So I appreciate it and having fun.
Absolutely. You take care.
You too. All right, we got another opinion on the new Harry Potter CE. So let's get it.
I'll just do the standard rundown. Artwork, incredible. I'm a big fan of the books and the book artwork, so it looks great to me. The way that it shines in certain lights, it's totally cooler looking in person than it is on the picture. The flow, holy cow. It's very labyrinthine. I have a labyrinth that's got a bunch of hidden ways for the ball to come back around and move, and just once you get into a pocket in the flow, it's really fun. I like the depth of where all the stuff is. It's all at the top third of the game and kind of like a multimorphic. It's a big wide open play field and then a bunch of stuff to go do. And I like that. I don't want a bunch of stuff blocking my shots and making me feel like I'm hemmed in and got to be in really control. You can really get a good flat type of flip going. Music, sound, call-outs, lights, amazing. Everything's amazing. I am now in FOMO of fear of missing out on the Harry Potter pinball machine, and I can't afford one, so I won't be getting one, but I will play one every time I see it.
I was going to say, at least we know where one's at.
Yeah.
So, it's like...
It's right down the street.
We're going to come over one day, just pop in. But
yeah, Jason's going to see me in his backyard a lot more often than he has been.
You're not supposed to be here. Well, sorry. But how do you feel about the lack of mechanisms that people have been saying?
Where?
That's kind of my thought.
I haven't noticed anything. There's bash target. There's a There's multiple ramps. There's multiple ways to go on the ramps. There's a tiny upper play field with a little flipper that I got really hooked on hitting the Quidditch flipper. That was great. Again, the flow is really nice. There's a ball lock mechanism on the top right. That's cool with the cauldron. And there's mechs.
There's plenty in there.
What are people complaining about? People just like to complain.
Exactly. And like I said, I mentioned earlier with other guys that it is amazing that little staircase there's so much that's going on with that little
when
staircase.
That thing turns, who knows?
It's unbelievable.
And the out lane, like both of them have gaps that the ball could go out, but it's not going to. And on the left one, it really will loop all the way around the machine. Like, holy cow.
Yep.
I haven't played a lot of Jersey Jack non-wide bodies. I thought they made only wide bodies because I've basically only played the wide bodies.
Yep.
Dude, it's killer.
It's awesome.
It would give a Stern a run for its money any day in their CE or whatever they call them, the high model.
Yep.
Is that what that one is?
That is a CE. So that's technically the LE but upgraded because honestly you get a little bit more. You actually get a topper, so you don't get that with Stern. So you got to buy that extra.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of where prices have gone. I know inflation causes things and supply and demand and all that stuff.
But it's not just pinball. It's everything.
Everything. But I still think they should be in the $7,000 range at the most you should ever spend on a pinball machine is $7,000. But I'm crazy and I don't have a lot of money, so that's why I complain about it.
I understand
if I had a lot
that.
of money, it wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's like I buy whatever I want, whenever I want. So.
No issues.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Look forward to playing some more.
Definitely.
All right, let's see. So my take on the game, well, I had pretty high expectations going into this that it's going to be a good game. That's what I was hoping. But, you just don't ever know. It looked like it was going to be great. I got to say it exceeded all expectations across all measures because, one, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of the CE. I really liked the WE Wizard Edition artwork, the arcade edition. Really, really loved it. But I got to say, seeing the CE in person, holy crap, changed my mind. And it's something that cameras really don't pick up well. It's really it's kind of a shiny matte finish, but then you have all the gold stuff that is really just pops out, the super shiny. The art blades on the inside, they're really almost the same. You have this kind of a matte finish, but then where all the little curly cues and swirls are, it's a shiny brightness. And honestly, it's super, super stunning. And when you see it in person, you will be probably jaw-dropping. I mean, to me, it was like, man, this game looks super fantastic. And I was one that really leaned towards the WE artwork. And now I'm kind of like, man, I don't know. The CE looks spectacular. But aside from the looks, what about the music? Now, I will say, I had some technical difficulties during the stream. Gotta admit, it was my first live stream as far as that goes with this type of setup. We had some difficulties on the recording. So I don't have very good audio. I got a few good clips in here that I'm going to show you guys. We're going to cut to it. But I want to tell you, first off, the audio and music in this pin is, it's perfect. As somebody that is a huge Harry Potter fan in the movies, the music in this fits the bill perfectly. There is a lot of great music in there. There's a lot going on, but it's so well done that I am just super stoked to play this even more and hear all the call outs and hear the music and seeing all the movie clips. There is so much going on in there that they really have brought all the assets and really made you feel like you're part of Harry Potter and End of the World. But enough of me talking about it. Let's cut to some of it and let you hear it.
The light show is insane.
To look at the battle of Hogwarts. to change your year.
Now, aside from all the beautiful music that's in there, let's talk about the gameplay because wow, man, it shoots very well. And you know, I wasn't sure how it was going to play. You look at it, you think it's going to be great, but then you get in there and actually start playing it, and it's so smooth, so many good shots in there, and it has so much flow to it. And you kind of looked at that upper playfield. I kind of looked at it. I was like, man, I don't know about there's two shots up there really that the one that has kind of the flip up. I was like, I don't know how easy that's going to be to hit, but the reality is it was actually a pretty relatively easy shot. I thought it was gonna be harder than it was. I mean, it's still hard, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely makeable all day long. And while that's just a small playfield, it's really a fun little place up there. It's pretty fast, free flowing, and it's really fun. And then you have all the stuff in the playfield. And I know people talk about, well, there's not a lot of mechs in there. Reality is, I don't think you'd want any other mechs. There is a lot of stuff going on here. The staircase is honestly several mechs into one if you want to consider it, in my opinion. I mean, it's such a cool it is a diverter, but it's a very advanced diverter to an extent. The way it moves and the way the ball paths are going and it's like, holy moly, like there is so much going on with there that it keeps you engaged and entertained, and it's just like, man, it keeps you on your toes. You have the Death Eater, which is not just a stand-up. I mean, that ball, if when there's times when the ball comes out of that super fast. So you got to be ready. You got to be on your toes. You got to be ready for it as soon as it comes out to be able to, capture the ball. It is really a fun target that really throws a challenge in there. And then you have, of course, getting all your Hermione and your Ron and your Harry shots and being able to spell those out and being able to lock balls for the multi balls. I mean, it is fantastic. The outlanes kind of messed me up for a little bit trying to figure out the outlanes because I always they're reversed in my opinion. The out lanes are actually, I guess, the outer lanes are the in lanes. But it is super fantastic and fun. Super flowy as the ball comes down through there, feeds down to the flipper. It's great. I mean, it really is the package. And I look at it and I'm like, man, I don't know what you would really do different. I'm sure there are other ways of doing it, but I feel like the way they did it is very well done. I feel like the game is very much Harry Potter. I mean, it's it. I mean, it's got so much going on there to me that it really just is intriguing. It keeps you interested, it keeps you entertained. So much going on the screen, video clips, call outs. It's the entire package that you could want, at least in my opinion. And I'm a Harry Potter fan. Like I said, I'm a movie fan and I freaking love the game. And I don't know. That's just it. It is a very good game. And then the topper, I know people have seen the topper and questioned about it, but the reality is it's not all coded in properly yet. We actually took a look at the topper, and while you've got lights there, the projector is actually not running right now. So I think it's not coded in yet, but there is a projector on top of the topper there that is going to project something. I don't know what, but it's there, and it is. I don't know. It is a special game. It's definitely one to have in a collection, in my opinion. The game's beautiful. The artwork's beautiful. The shots are beautiful. Like everything about it really is a great game. And I gotta say, huge congrats to JJP, Eric Menier, really the whole team behind this because it's going to be a great game for a collection. I'm telling you, it's going to be really good. So enough of me babbling about it. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'm sorry about the technical difficulties we had in the live stream on unboxing. We're going to get that taken care of hopefully some point in time, and hopefully get some more stream stuff coming up for this. But huge thank you once again to Jason Grindle, Classic Game Rooms. Hit him up if you're looking for a game. He's got several still at Southern Fried Gaming that have not sold. So if you're looking to pick one up quickly, that's probably going to be the quickest option to get a game. We're going to end this video off here. I appreciate you all. Stay tuned because we got more coming up, but we'll see you on the